Tell me your name and your role in the company.
My name is Preston Mendez, and I'm an RST at the Mountainside Properties.
What does RST mean?
I'm just a regular maintenance technician.
Gotcha. How did you get to work with ServeU and All New?
So I've been working with ServeU alongside them for about 4 going on 5 years. And when I was a supervisor over at the Corona Properties, that's when ServeU started to actually implicate the restoration part of the company. And from the beginning, like, it was small, but you know, the guy, I forget his name, I'll draw a blank, but he's a supervisor now, but he led the charge. He did the work by himself, do the remediation, the cutout, the drying, everything. And you know, since day one, I never really had a problem. You know, every time I call All New, it's not All New, but every time I call him, never have an issue.
It's like every time you call All New, it's never All New, huh?
Exactly. But it becomes All New though.
So yeah, the project becomes All New. So what do you think sets them apart as a company?
Well, I will definitely say that I do appreciate Maria. Every time I call her, like in the past or even now, it could be, you know, 5 p.m., it could be 2 o'clock in the morning. She's always like willing to pick up, and within the hours she'll have somebody set to come out. And that really does matter, because sometimes the leaks get really out of hand, and you know, you kind of need the help, you know, because it just keeps going. So within the hour, someone's always like right there, and afterwards they do help a lot with paperwork, you know. So you know, the process has always been super smooth ever since I've used them.
So the customer service stood out.
Oh, of course, for sure. It's always been 100%, and that's one thing that really goes a long ways for maintenance techs, because you know, we always encounter vendors that, you know, it's kind of like the communication's not there, but with Maria and her team, like, it really just sets it apart, because you know, you want just to be on it, they're on it with you. Like, it's not just you anymore, it's a whole together, like we're all together on it now.
Is there any crazy story that you can share?
Oh man, I mean, there's been, over at Corona, there's been countless leaks, floods, and there's been times where we had to like demo just a good portion of the living room, demo the bathroom, and there's just machines everywhere. And the resident would, you know, they'll be okay with it because they understand, but you know, you walk in the apartment, you're just like, dang, like, you know, is it gonna be done? But it's just be so bad because there's so many machines. But you know, it'll be done within the week, like, for sure. Like, I never had it go beyond the week or two. It just happened across the board in Corona all the time.
Gotcha. Tell me about the quality of work. You mentioned about the customer service. Is there anything in the quality of work that stood out for you?
Well, for me, one thing I do appreciate is that they do a pre-assessment. So whenever I give them a call, they'll be like, okay, we'll send somebody out. Before we even give an estimate, we're gonna see, you know, how much it's gonna be. So they'll come out, they'll take the moisture readings and all that, and they'll be like, okay, it's gonna cost this much, like, do you want to proceed? I'm like, okay, cool. And then from there, they'll proceed with the work. So after that, it may be a cutout on one day, and then drying it out, and like I said, it never goes past a week. So from the pre-assessment to the end product, like from the remediation to the drywall, never been an issue.
If you were to send a message to other property managers out there about recommending ServeU, what would you say? I
definitely want to say that they're very reliable compared to a lot of vendors. And you know, they're always quick to be on the phone compared to a lot of other vendors. If it's a late night call, like I said, if it's early in the morning or, you know, just super late in the shift, they're always willing to be there. If they can't help you with one person, they'll send you to another, and they'll make sure like you're good. And I definitely do recommend that, you know, you keep them close, because if you keep them close, they're going to take care of you, and they'll make sure that every problem that you have is situated.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.